This is the wrap-up for Thursday, February 4th. Finally, we had drama in markets. The US dollar fell 2% or more across the board. Two main factors. First one, Dudley, number 3 at the Fed, went dovish. Not really new, but it sort of came on fertile ground. And the weak ISM non-manufacturing PMI, a poor headline result, 3 points less than expected at 53.5, and a terrible employment component showing very, very slow hiring in the services sector, the biggest sector in the United States, and a very ominous negative sign for the non-farm payrolls yesterday. Of course, this was exacerbated by stops being triggered. Okay, and euro-dollar, the frustrating pair, finally made the breakout. Let's look at the big breakout here. Look at this range. Look at the narrowing range. I was frustrated for so many days, and we finally made the break higher, breaking downtrend resistance, reaching the highest levels since October, 2% higher in euro-dollar. Next levels to watch in euro-dollar. Well, immediate resistance 111.45, 112.15, 113, I would say, and 113.75 before the critical line of 114.60, support at 110.70 and 110. Okay, let's look at other moves. We also quite big moves also in the pound enjoying also to talk about a deal between the EU and the UK. Also this morning resuming its rise, 145.60 to 146.50 is the current range. Today the big event comes from the UK, the Bank of England Super Thursday. Stay tuned for live coverage on FX Street for this. 3 events today: the rate decision, the meeting minutes. Watch out for the voting pattern. If we still have 8 against 1 for no change, it's still okay for the pound. If we have a unanimous 9-0 vote, it's dovish. And of course, we'll see the quarterly inflation report and the meeting minutes. They could be dovish. They could try to hit the pound intentionally or unintentionally. This is the big event for today at 12 GMT. Dollar again, amazing turnaround. The Bank of Japan only on Friday hit the yen hard by setting negative rates all the way to 121.50, 450 pips down from the peak to the lows of 117 seen yesterday. At least the yen is weaker against the euro and other currencies. Ranges to watch here, 118.30 to 117. Okay, dollar CAD, 137.42. Despite a big rise in oil price in oil inventories, crude and distillates, oil prices did manage to recover, and the Canadian dollar certainly took advantage of this. Currently, much lower ground, around getting closer to 1,000 pips from the highs near 147, 137.40 current levels, and 137.20 to 137.90 is the current range for the Canadian dollar. Aussie dollar is also on higher ground, 71.93. 71.50 to 72.20 is the current range. 72.80 further resistance, and support is at 71.50, 70.50. Okay. Kiwi dollar had one of the strongest rises, also thanks to a good jobs report. 67 is resistance, 67.90, 69 on the downside, 65.80 and 65. Okay. Quick look at the events for today, the ones that I didn't mention perhaps. Well, Draghi didn't say anything new. Bank of England decides Super Thursday. Stay tuned for live coverage. And then we have a press conference from Carney. US jobless claims, the weekly release, plus unit labor costs and factory orders could move the dollar just a bit, but the big event is really only tomorrow with the non-farm payrolls. We had big events yesterday as well. And at night, some news from Australia, the RBA report and retail sales. Okay, before we head off into the sunrise or sunset, another question here. What news or economic data can influence the euro dollar today? I think it's mostly reaction to the expectations for rate hike in the United States, some news from the US, and perhaps these are the things that can move euro dollar. We don't have any European specific release today. So it's mostly about the mood in the dollar. I mean, we did have Draghi, but that's already behind us. I think he was quite dovish in what he said, but it wasn't really different from what he said in late January in the press conference. Okay, let's take one last look at Eurodollar. Finally made the move, which finally justified its popularity. 111.45 to 110.70 is the current range. Let's see what this day will bring. And tomorrow, of course, we'll be here with the NFP. Stay tuned for live coverage of NFP, live coverage of the Bank of England, and the morning show tomorrow. Hopefully, this technical issue we had today was a one-off. Sorry again for that. So thanks again for coming. Sorry again for starting late, and wish everybody a safe and successful trading day. Volatility is much higher than it has been in recent days, especially on the beloved Eurodollar. So I wish everybody a safe and successful day, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.